All right, that's enough of that. We've been going at it too long. Let's end this up. I got KT and TD, Stephanie, and my other guys. Blake, are y'all here? And Chris Walker is off in the wrong room. There's Skunk. Skunk, go ahead and try to get Chris over. He's in the green room. We already closed the green room, and he's waiting in the green room for us. Blake, you with me? All right. Well, guys, we did it.
We did it.
Yay!
Congratulations, Joe.
Thank you so much.
In the wrong room. Check private chat.
I can't believe we made it.
There's
Blake.
This is a real feat, Joe.
Yeah, it is.
It's a real feat.
And you done good.
Yeah.
And I've only done it on
No, I just send it to Kristen.
6 hours sleep.
Well,
That's about right.
That's about right for most cons, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Even the live ones.
Yeah, this is actually my second attempt at an online convention, and this one is leaps and bounds better than the first one I did.
Yeah. One thing I tried to do is keep the same link for all my guests so it wasn't confusing for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was good. That was good. It was easy.
Yeah. The fact that you had a moderator producer with them that could keep it going. I mean, for one thing, it let us know we weren't shouting into the abyss.
Yep.
We were at least, we had one other person we could see. That's very important for me. And that was very important for Oracle too.
Oh yeah, that worked well in the Oracle.
Oracle was way beyond what I expected it to be. It worked so well.
That was an absolute blast.
Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Yeah. The audience, the panelists, everybody made it fun. But having a producer moderator, knowing you were not alone on your panel, I think was a big help.
Yep.
Yeah. And like I said, the only thing I realized it towards the end is something on the production side that I could have done better was bring TD up to full screen while he was talking. It just didn't click in my brain.
It's okay.
It is okay.
Right.
It worked well as it was.
Yeah.
It worked just fine. I mean, for one thing, you could have considered that my panel since he had his own panel.
Well, that's what I sort of did, but then I realized he was as big a part of the panel as you were.
Well, we're definitely partners on that one, but with the way that you did it, it still worked. I mean, you should not feel bad about that.
Hey, Joe, since we're in the last hour, we totally forgot to do this most of the night, too.
Yeah. Oh,
well,
and
it's fine because if you do both at the same exact time, right, you get that weird effect, or you got both of the Grim Reapers on the screen at the same exact time.
You can't have too many Grim Reapers.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody did a lot of work, and everything was rolling so fast and so crazy. I didn't play it. I played all of 2.
Mm-hmm.
And I apologize.
But we have a solution for this problem, though, don't we, Joe? We talked about it last night.
Yeah, we will start running these little spots in Stupid O'Clock to give us some breaks. And it's these things. I am so sorry. But
Wait. How many of those did you play?
2.
I played 2.
Okay, and those were I did see them. I did see the 2, and I was curious as to what happened to it, but I figured.
But we'll play it throughout Stupid O'Clock and Stupid After Show until they're complete to pay off our debt to you.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm fine with that. That's fine. As long as things worked out for you guys, I'm cool. I did that to give you something to work with.
Yep.
And my feeling was if it did not fit with whatever you're doing, that's cool.
No, what happened is a lot of the rendered videos that I planned pushed to the ether.
Okay.
So, just like Skunk's been having video production issues all weekend, trying to make up stuff.
No, my video production problems were absolutely the opposite of what you're talking about. My video production problems were because let's be completely fair with the kind of videos that I make, with the kind of stuff that I do, right? All right, you got to understand. Okay, I'm doing quarter-mile drag racing in a Yugo because that's about how much this computer costs, and I've got it doing high-performance stuff. I really need a better computer. So, I have a PayPal. Just kidding.
Sponsors.
And officially, I just closed the green room.
I have a game plan towards getting a new computer. I was talking to a buddy about it the other day. They were like, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. I just have to get some other expense related stuff taken care of first, but
then you'll be a powerhouse.
And I hope that has nothing. My personal issues have nothing to do with bitching at Joe Dog. We need to get back at bitching at Joe Dog. Joe Dog. You told me that you wanted me in that damn radio play, and then you replaced me with somebody else.
Yeah, well, it was a screw up on my behalf. I'm sorry. I didn't realize I had said that, but we'll make it up to you.
Trust me, I'm going to try to find a bunch of public domain stuff or cheap stuff.
Joe's gonna make it up to me by making me do twice the amount of work at HallowCon next year.
Exactly. I mean, it's not like I overworked you this weekend.
Oh God, no. I'm dead. Blake is the
hero of the weekend is Blake.
Blake is definitely the hero of the weekend.
Well, Blake and Heather.
Like, I just made up questions on the fly. That's easy.
And John
Well, let me tell you, you guys were great. The behind the scenes production crew, and you weren't always behind the scenes.
No.
You were awesome. You made this con work.
I appreciate that.
And I want you to know, since we've been coming to HallowCon for several years now, we know how hard you guys work to set it up. And this was just as much work, just different work.
Yeah, it really is different work for this.
Yeah. I want you to know we appreciate it from the bottom of our hearts that you worked this hard to make this happen so we can give the Rona the raspberry, as I say.
Yeah.
And say, you're not going to stop us from having our fun. We are going to adapt. We're going to find a way to be together. And you guys worked your butts off to make that happen. And we appreciate that from the bottom of our hearts.
I'm going to use a term that TD will understand. Semper Gumby.
Steph knows it too.
Yeah. That's
all of
what
y'all
we did.
for doing a great job. I wasn't as much behind the scenes, but I was trying to keep comments and questions flowing during the program.
Yeah, and all of that was useful. I'll be honest with you, it really was a nervous moment when you reached the end of what you were prepared for, hoping you would have that flow.
Yeah.
And it never seemed like we were without something to talk about. And that was because of the help of everyone who was in the audience, paying attention, providing questions, helping keep that content flowing. And I think that was really critical for the way this worked this weekend. It was really important.
I appreciated the fact that y'all were willing to pass on questions as I was giving my talks, because I couldn't see, with the slideshow running, I couldn't see anything else. But at the same time, I'm used to feedback.
Yeah.
I come from a theatrical background in terms of that sort of thing. And so I'm used to audience feedback. If nothing else, I can see faces and I can hear offhand comments. And in this sort of forum, if you can't see the chat room, you don't have any of that.
Right.
So I really appreciated that. That helped me out a lot. That gave me feedback. That told me where I needed to go with things, and if I needed to, if I was being too simplifying things too much or not enough, all that. So, thank you.
Especially when you need to fill to a certain amount of time when we're
Yeah.
live in a panel. When it's over, it's over. You know, if you end 10 minutes early, who cares? We just leave the room. But when you have a format like this where that time must be filled with something,
We
Yeah.
will keep you here forever.
in order to keep things moving smoothly, that does make it a little more awkward. But
It works
you
well.
fixed that awkwardness
Mm-hmm.
by jumping in. You filled that gap,
Yep.
and you did it well.
One thing,
And of course, Blake earned the Super Trooper Gold Star Award because he had one panel that we're not going to. He did.
I had to jump in and make some interesting calls.
Yeah.
So, but I'll take that award right meow.
Yeah.
here's the thing I was
I know
gonna
someone
say,
who got that one.
and no, this is all the love in the world, dude. I understand what you were trying to do, but like, we can see when the panels are supposed to end. Like, we know when to wrap things up and stuff like that. You don't have to handhold every single panel.
Hey,
But you were doing
I
a
like
lot.
holding hands.
Well, his hand holding actually saved one panel.
No, Joe, I'm talking about you.
Oh.
Your hand holding, because a panel would be coming to an end and get ready to wrap things up, and you'd suddenly pop in, just be like, "All right, wrap it up, people. You only got like 2 minutes." Like, they know.
I know.
Well-
I was trying to keep as much of a timer as the next person.
Yeah.
So
Well, I was just getting ready to do my part, bringing in the next panel.
yeah, we usually end up doing basically a 52 to 55 minute panel right now for an hour block. So that's including intros and outros and commercials.
Well, we can get away with having it run a little longer than you might in a physical venue
Yep.
because it's simply a matter of swapping channels, as it
Yeah.
were. And you don't have people physically getting up and leaving the room,
Yeah.
and more people trying to get into the room, and
That's
so
true.
it's faster.
We're hoping that StreamYard ends up doing a back channel in itself and people can hold conversation and get stuff prepped in the future. Hopefully once they see, well, hopefully they watch all of this, but that's, wishing in a can at this point.
The
But
number one thing I want them to add is individual client and server side volume controls for everybody. Some people,
I'll let you in on a secret. You can. If you highlight over someone's box, you can right click, and depending on your browser, there may be a view controls button. If you see that view controls button in your application, I don't. I'm based on Chromium.
Oh.
Controls.
Yeah.
Show controls.
well, here's
Interesting.
the issue with that. Like that works. That works
No, didn't break
only
it.
with. What happened to Stephanie? Oh no. That works only if you're
Wrong
not one of the moderators.
Yeah.
Your moderator view does not work because you have additional elements that are on the screen for controlling the video feed. That only works if you're not a moderator.
If you're a viewer,
I used to have those controls when I was just a viewer.
Yeah.
Before Joe gave me a promotion. I want that's kind of a weird workaround dealy with that. I think
that's how I used to do the giant picture in picture as well.
Yeah.
Like I would have everyone on one side, and if I was talking directly to someone, I would blow their individual picture up too. So.
Yeah. And so here was the deal with that. That's just a weird workaround with whatever system you're using, whatever your oh no, that's not good. Stephanie said in a private chat that she's having issues. So she's
you may actually have to do a full shutdown and restart, Steph.
Or possibly close the browser and then bring it right back up.
Yeah.
Sometimes that'll fix it.
At least close the browser and start over again.
We still got 35 minutes to yell at Joe, so you got plenty of time.
Now I think if StreamYard gets individual controls, right? Now, Joseph, my friend, my good pal, my buddy, there is no reason why we couldn't do some stuff, not all things, but some things at HallowCon 2021 with StreamYard.
Oh, that is already in the works.
Telling you.
Mhm.
It's gonna be a good
Especially in
time.
the panels where we can reach out and do something, because that's just wanting to be live stream
Oh,
during
yeah.
during that.
And I say I don't say give the whole goose away for free at this point.
No,
No.
But
No,
like not-
it'll be Patreon style.
There you
Yeah,
go.
Yeah.
there you go. And I was also gonna say, if you didn't do it Patreon style, if you just did it with live streaming,
There we go.
Well, one of the fun things about going to panels is, as y'all know, is being able to ask the presenters questions.
Mhm.
It's something you can only do if you're there live. So show the panel, but if you want to ask any questions, you should be there live, which means give Joe Dog your money.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, if you want to give Joe Dog smaller money, and what you can do for Patreon, say if you want to do $15 for HallowCon, sure, the ticket's going to be $45 or $50. If you want to do 15 and you can't make it, we'll give you a link to get in, so you can ask your question live, pseudo live,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and then
That might be a little too complex, but we can see where it goes from there. We can see
I'm
what happens.
pretty sure we'll get hundreds of requests for it, but like 2 or 3, yeah.
Right. And it can go both directions. We can do outbound, the person's at HallowCon, we're streaming it out. But also, if you wanted someone like Brian K. Morris, who lives far away and for some reason he couldn't make it, or someone who planned to come live, but had a
They can now do
scheduling
it.
problem, and they said, but I can't
Yeah.
hop in for that hour.
They
You
can do a
could,
remote. Yep.
yeah, you could do a remote and stream into the panel room and broadcast that out. So it can go both ways.
When I went to Fanboy Expo several years ago, Leonard Nimoy was supposed to be there, but he couldn't show up because he had a health issue at the time.
Pneumonia. Yep.
He had come down with like pneumonia or something like that. So they live streamed him in. It's the first time I'd ever seen that done at a convention. And of course, there at Fanboy Expo, though, they did it hardcore. They had like a projector in like a theater room. And so Leonard Nimoy was like 12 feet tall. Amazing.
And
The only way you need 'em.
With this system, we could actually voice, with the microphone, the remote panelist can actually hear the question, not read the question.
Yeah, because you could have some, you could have just a producer link popped up and have active mic and active speaker and everything.
Oh, well, here's the thing. I mean, guest remoting in, we don't even have to broadcast that.
True.
I mean, just use like we did the green room.
True.
Bring them up full screen and camera on top and go from there.
Mm-hmm.
There's all sorts of options.
So, and then just use a microphone, wireless microphone. But yeah, that's some of the stuff that we've done. We got some comments in. John Gibson Blender said he's had a great time. He's been in the shop working on the next creation and had the show up and running, and he had moonshine. That's not fair. And Carl says this is fun. He says usually you come home from a con with sore feet and con crud. Not this year, baby. Not this year.
Yeah.
You can't blame HallowCon on con crud this year.
Oh man, there was one year during Oracle, I lost my voice.
I remember that.
Yeah, Ruth will remember that because I had to do the trivia game
Remember that. Yeah.
the next day. Yeah, I couldn't talk above a whisper. It was awful. So Ruth, thankfully, thank God for Ruth, stepped in and read the questions for me.
Concrete.
But yeah, I got con credit in the middle of the con.
That's
I
not
remember that it was heartbreaking, but also adorable to watch you try to continue to host the panel. Why are you not doing this?
And Carleen said, which is also known as Aunt Donna, with Carl Whitzman. She says, many kudo, Joe. Thank you so much. Thank you. And then Spooky Dudes podcast. says, we all miss the physical con, but y'all did an amazing job, and I'm proud to have been a small part of it. Thanks, Joe Dog.
Thank you
Oh,
guys.
thank you guys.
For doing your podcast live on our show.
We
And
appreciate y'all joining in and being part.
here's what I'm going to do for Corey's. I'm actually going to be downloading his segment, and I'm going to clip out his audio and send to him, and he's going to use that audio for a Patreon-only podcast.
Cool.
It works.
For all the other guests through the weekend, I'm going to download your segment, then I'll split it up, post it to YouTube, and send you the link.
Thank you.
Cool.
That way you can say, have a present, help expand your business.
Yep.
That's great.
I forgot to hit record when I was doing my storytelling, and I kind of didn't get that. So I'm looking forward to having that clip.
Yeah.
Okay.
He meant to have just an audio recording on it, but he forgot to turn it on.
Okay. Do you want a video or do you want audio?
Well, just pull the video and I'll be fine, because once it's on YouTube, I can download it. I've got the tool to pull that myself, and that's all I need.
All right.
Having the video would help me also pay attention to my presence and whether or not I was doing the right kind of actions to bring people in. So
So proud of him. He did such a
You did a good job.
And it was amazing. I loved
It
it.
was
Yeah.
good.
It was a great panel.
What did they say on Big Bang Theory? It's like, spread your legs, let him in.
Oh, she's gone.
And we broke her. And
There
there
it
it goes.
Yep. Giggle snort. It wouldn't be a HallowCon without a giggle snort.
No,
No, it wouldn't.
Yeah, thank you guys, because she couldn't do that reading my answers for trivia this year.
Oh, I know. Chris always has the best answers. When I'm sitting there looking for the winner and I'm reading through his, they always know when I've hit his sheet because I'm just cracking up. So
And ladies and gentlemen, I did discover I do have a problem. I still dream of Genie.
Yeah, we were going to talk to you about that.
That was you.
That was me.
Where's Carl Whitzman? Carl Whitzman to the main show. Carl Whitzman to the main show.
He got all echoey for a minute
I
there.
know, like in the ballpark.
I'm not even in the green room this time, and it came through like that.
It's
Me neither.
Chris isn't using headphones like he's supposed to.
If we get too loud, it will echo.
Yeah.
If we speak normally, it seems okay.
Well, if the
I had
cat
to pull you
hadn't shredded my old
We're
set,
spiking.
oh, sorry.
All right.
I will be buying a new one. as soon as-
Carl Whitzman says he's on his way.
On his way.
There we
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, Carl
Now it's
Whitzman.
going to be a party.
Kitty.
Yeah, before Carl became an IT specialist, he was worked in psychology. So we could help Blake out. And Lynn Seal Gibson says thank you. Thank you guys, had a great time. Thank you. I don't know
Thank
if
you.
you heard. I'm going to be downloading all the videos of everybody, and I'm going to cut them up into individual panels and post them to our YouTube page. And I'll be sending a link to that just as soon as I get them all up and posted. That way you can do with as you wish. You can tell YouTube to ban it because you don't like it, or download it and use it to pass on to other people.
Thank you, Lynn. I enjoyed your panel.
I did too. Thank you very much, Lynn, for joining us.
I know, and it was super early. It was super early for her too. So extra kudos for that.
Yeah.
Because she's on the West Coast.
No, that's A.G. Carpenter.
Oh, that was even
Yeah, that's even earlier.
Oh yeah, everyone's up
Yeah,
early.
we had,
anyway.
all of the guests that were running panels this year were fantastic, except for me. I sucked.
No.
Carl Whitman.
You're fine.
They just ignored me.
we
That
had
was
an
great. I
issue.
love that. Just like yeah, whatever. Hey, it's Carl.
Yeah, there's Carl. We got an
There's that
issue.
guy.
You did
Blake had dreams of Genie all the time, and he needs to know what to do about it.
Just keep doing it. It's fine.
Yeah, I knew it.
We told you.
Carl's channeling Dr. Ruth.
Yeah.
There you go.
Saying.
Whatever happened to Dr. Ruth? Is he still kicking?
This sounds normal to me. Yeah, very good.
Very good. Buy my sex product.
Das ist normal.
Oh,
Oh yeah, you had really good guests. I was just typing that in when Joe Dog says get in here, and I'm like, oh crap, okay. That
Wow.
really helps a lot.
I just want to point out, in case y'all didn't know, Dr. Ruth is still alive. She's 92.
Yep.
Dang.
Wow. You know,
Mhm.
learned something new
She
today.
she beat out Sean Connery.
The first time I ever saw, or the first time I ever knew about Dr. Ruth was because Quantum Leap did an episode about her.
Mine
Sam
was that
leaped into Dr. Ruth's body, and so while Sam was having to be Dr. Ruth on the radio, Al was getting a therapeutic session with Dr. Ruth about his use of words like gazangas. It was hilarious.
I remember that.
One of the best episodes of the show.
Yeah, my
That was a
first
great show.
experience was with Dr. Ruth was the Arsenio Hall show because she was a regular guest.
Mhm.
Remember when Jason was on Arsenio Hall? That was awesome.
Hmm
Mhm.
And
Yeah,
just
I
sat
remember in
there.
high school and college,
Yeah,
Dr. Ruth was a big thing.
It's
Oh,
Kane,
yeah.
Kane Potter. That's where I got a lot of the stuff I was doing with, it was that plus just general fursuit stuff was what I was doing during Stupid O'Clock with the miming. But a lot of it was just like staring at the camera and tilting my head and stuff, or things that I got from that Arsenio Hall interview.
Oh,
Yeah, she had her own show for a while.
yeah.
I don't remember what the title of it was. Maybe the Dr. Ruth show or something.
Dr. Ruth show. Of course,
Yeah.
now it's Dr. Drew.
Oh,
Yeah,
Dr.
they got
Drew, yeah.
Yeah. It was,
Donna sneaking in the con suite for food.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
Yeah.
Blood sugars. At
Well,
80.
take what you need because we're not taking it home.
We need to like
Stephanie got that, didn't you?
I did.
A true con person knows you hang around till the con suite closes.
and you take everything home with you.
You can take everything you can get.
You don't have to
Save,
buy
save on
groceries for a
groceries
week.
for the week.
Yeah.
now, speaking of things, Joe,
Yeah.
obviously the convention is going to be ending in about 27 minutes. So how's this dead doc going to work out? You going to order everybody a pizza?
Didn't you get the DoorDash code?
Oh, coupon code. I pay my damn self. Oh, okay.
Oh, there you go.
Buy your own pizza.
As always, Blake's right on top of it.
That almost came out his nose.
Did you? Actually, I was gonna say what Joe could do is he could be like, certainly, for verification purposes, I am going to need everybody's debit card information and the CCV and the expiration date, and sure,
Exactly.
you'll get your pizza.
Best part, Joe, no breakdown.
I do have to say,
Well,
it felt
he's got-
very
he's got-
good.
Here's
he's
this
got-
thing
Yeah.
That's your fault. I ain't.
You know how long it's gonna take him to take that down?
It has been great to not have to set everything up and break everything down. Let me tell you, it felt strange. I've walked around all weekend going, isn't there something I should be doing? You know, something with the cash box, something with this, something with that. I didn't know what to do with myself Friday. I'm like, I should be packing up.
Mhm.
Yeah, it
To
felt
get
weird
out.
sleeping in my own bed every night.
Mhm.
It really did.
It felt good.
Well,
Yeah,
it did.
exactly.
just to make y'all feel better, I slept right there. Right there in front of the banner.
Well, because he had to be up every like 4 hours to reset the streams.
Bless your heart.
Yeah, he pulled my role. Usually, I'm the one who sleeps in like the office floor and gets everything set up for the morning.
My bed's like right there, so that's fine.
And last night I had real good fun. I woke up with a Charlie horse in my calf.
Ow.
Jumped straight up.
Again?
Yeah. Jumped straight
Dude.
up, bottom my blood pressure, and I was laying down again.
Oh,
Joe, we
Yeah.
need to get you potassium pills and shark oil, the shark fin oil, to fix that.
Yeah,
Like
well,
seriously.
It just
those are
caught me.
painful.
And Carl, how dare you? You
And-
poured her candy.
Oh, look at that! You almost put her down for the count.
Oh, you got to take care of your sugar, honey.
Yeah.
Take care of your sugar.
Yep.
Yeah, she has to monitor her sugar all the time. But if she had the treats in there, that blood sugar would be 300, 400, you know what I mean? So she says, here, take this candy and hide it. And then bring it to me when I need it. Well, you know, this time she came looking, so that's not a good sign.
Okay.
I have
I hope
another
she feels
complaint.
better.
I have another complaint for Joe.
All right.
And this one is less important than the others, but I do want to bring it up.
Make note.
The next time I'm supposed to send you panel ideas and I don't send them, let me know. Then they just sit there in my drafts folder.
Oh,
Nice.
no.
Ow.
I was wondering why you kept saying that I didn't send any panels in. And I was like, yes, I did. I sent like 3. No, apparently I didn't.
No, you didn't. Oh, and you
Just hit send now, and it'll be fine for next year.
Yeah.
now at the risk of getting, you know, my staff completely leaving me here, who would be interested in possibly a spring virtual and HallowCon in person?
Only nice.
Do what now?
So basically what he's saying is that instead of doing, we do HallowCon as a physical convention. Everybody shows up to HallowCon like normal. However, in the spring, we do another one of these. COVID be damned.
Yeah,
Whether or not everything's been opened back up, whether or not we have a cure for COVID, whether or not everything's good, we have another virtual convention for everyone to come and enjoy and have a good time, because this was so much fun. What do you guys think?
I would like to talk to Joe because I have branding that's similar that wants to do the same thing. And between our resources and our level of pay in StreamYard, because my guy's on the regular paid and you're on the gold during this time of year.
Yeah, mash them up.
I think we can, Community Video Convention and HallowCon could probably pull 2 days and 2 rooms. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I would have loved to have brought in a second room, but I will
Well,
definitely.
what I'm saying is, but we will have 2 set of staff because I have 7 people on my staff.
You know, here's my. You want to know what my main issue with the idea of having a second room like that being, or having a second stream going, is that people then have to bounce back and forth between the 2 of them. We don't just have one stream controlling everything, which I think would be best if you had one stream controlling everything. Now, what we can do, and I think that this would be better, like.
Well, we do have links up at the top, so we can go to everywhere.
What I was gonna say was, rather than running both of those events at the same exact time, right? We run them on separate weekends, but support each other.
Yeah.
When one ends, say, hey, in a couple of weeks, this next one's going to be happening. Definitely tune into them. And then when the next one happens, it's like, oh yeah, you remember those guys from before where they did a really awesome job. We were glad to help out with that. They're here to help us out with this one. And next year, check them out when they stream again. You know, and just kind of help each other out. And we can advertise for them. We can advertise for them on Stupid O'Clock. They can advertise for our show on if they have a weekly show.
Not yet. I'm working on that.
But yeah, I think it would be better because then both groups get more viewership.
Yeah, they get the 100%. And mine's multi-fandom, like Community Video. Well, yeah, but HallowCon's more, geared on the darker side of the yin and yang spectrum kind of deal.
HallowCon is geared around the 3 things that make Halloween awesome, right? And that is costumes, candy, and I was trying to think of a C word that would work with that alliteration, but the only thing I could think of was debauchery.
Camaraderie.
Camaraderie?
Yeah.
Camaraderie.
Camaraderie doesn't, well, not what I meant, but okay. I was thinking more of like chaos. There we go. Chaos.
Yeah.
And chaos is not a negative thing. Chaos is fun.
I would definitely be up for, something in the spring. One thing I would suggest, and that might apply to any other online thing that we do, starting a little bit later, like when you do the opening ceremonies live, that doesn't actually happen until 7 o'clock. 3 o'clock's kind of when we start arriving, but nothing really starts happening till 7 because people are still at work. I know TD was still at work Friday, which is why he couldn't come in to the opening ceremonies, and probably a lot of your potential audience
It's still at work.
is still at work. And while they might, if they're going to travel to HallowCon, take off that whole day, they may not feel the same way about doing it for a virtual con. So maybe starting at 7 instead of at 3 might get you more people in at the beginning.
And I just want to point this out. We went with regular con time for this show, right?
Yeah.
We went from 3 to 3. So we had our opening ceremonies at 3, and we're having our closing ceremonies up until 3, which is what we always do. We used to have our opening ceremonies at 7, right? Because we had other things. The convention was open, and we were running a couple of panels, but the actual opening ceremonies wasn't until 7. If we do the 7 o'clock, we start the stream at 7. When Sunday rolls around, we can go past 3 o'clock all the way up to 7. Because, and here's my reasoning on this, and I think everybody here could agree, none of us have to check out of the hotel. None of us have to pack up our bags. None of us have to break down anything, so we can all stay till 7 o'clock.
That's true too.
Yeah, like you said, see, I'm still thinking on physical con.
Oh yeah, physical it's muscle memory.
Fine. But we can adjust it for the virtual, because physical has certain needs that are completely left out of the virtual, but the virtual has needs that don't necessarily apply to physical.
Yeah.
You know, if people are not necessarily taking that time off on Friday, you know, to start. So we might get more people in at the beginning if we just push it just a few hours, and then you have a few more hours on Sunday.
And a big thing with that, right? That is wonderful with that. Is that with that whole entire thing, most of the morning, you know, late night and morning on this virtual convention, especially at many conventions, there isn't anything going on because nobody's awake. But if you're going all the way to 7 o'clock, we could have threw a few more panels in today if we went all the way to 7. You know. And you know, the early morning stuff that we did have this morning could have been done at a better time, and then the stuff
Could
that
have
we
been shifted to
early in the morning
should have been like morning brunch with Joe at 11.
And there wouldn't have been any silly having to fill in for time because we did our math wrong. It screwed up. We wouldn't have any silly people playing video games on the stream like we had this morning.
I still say you should have played Among Us because more people.
Everybody knows Among Us. I was trying to advertise something that a lot of people don't know about.
Actually, Joe, by next year, the Apollo simulator will be in full force. We should do the Apollo simulator.
The Apollo simulator?
I linked it on Armchair Rocket Science. There's a group that's doing a legitimate 1-to-1 VR Apollo simulator.
Look at the grin. Look at the grin.
Let me go find it real quick. I'll link you to it, Stephanie.
Well, Blake, is it going to be anything like Moonbase Alpha? Because that was awesome.
It's actually like super like
John Madden,
No, I think it's actual Apollo mission.
Yes, you actually follow. Called Project Apollo.
That sounds.
Could you do? Is it which Apollo missions though?
Let's see.
Can we do 13 and have to sit there in VR and try to figure out how to make a filter out of some socks?
Inanimate steel rod. Yeah. Okay. No, I'll find it. It's early right now.
Inanimate carbon rod.
Yeah, carbon rod. Yeah.
Stephanie, did you see the pictures I posted in Stupid O'Clock of what I'm doing so I don't screw up our stream?
Oh yeah, Stephanie hasn't seen that. Stephanie needs to see that.
Yes,
Stephanie needs to see that.
This is definite.
Throw the picture up here on the stream since you've only posted it on Facebook. So throw it up on the stream. So this will be a little surprise for anybody who wasn't paying attention, who's just watching this video after the fact. Throw it up on the screen.
Stephanie's got to find it.
Okay.
In the meantime, by the way, I do want to point out Among Us and Unfortunate Spacemen and other games like that are actually all the children of another game called Space Station 13, which Space Station 13 is amazing, and it has so much science in it, and you have to worry about things like atmospheric pressure and the combinations of different elements and all sorts of other weird stuff that goes into it. Like, it's for as primitive of a game as it is, because it's like 20 years old. It's an amazing game. That's if you're into space stuff, Space Station 13 is really super cool.
All right, I'm ready to pull it up. Stephanie, the first image you're going to see is the upper left-hand corner of my screen where the tab of StreamYard is.
Mm-hmm.
This is the right side of the screen where you close out the whole browser.
Okay.
Yes, I watched Apollo 13.
All right, Steph, I popped that in there for you. It's a very early project right now, but they're trying to get it right. And it's a labor of love project, so no one's getting paid for it.
Carl, I guess you got voluntoed.
Yeah, that's cool. That's fine. We had a good time, and I agree with Katie. Sometimes the needs are different for the virtual con, and what I found was I'd be thinking, oh man, I got to go in there and feed the cat. I'm going to miss something, or Friday night especially. Trying to get ready for things, I might have missed something, and I think maybe starting later and ending later, because Sunday people aren't going to bother you so much at home. But I had people stopping by here wanting to borrow a hat or part of a costume, and Friday was a mess in the afternoon.
Yeah.
So
well, that's sort of on me, but again, this is the first time we've ever done this.
No, I'm not saying there's any fault to it. I'm just saying that, you might get more viewers if you start a little later, like KT was saying that. And then go a little later, because Sunday afternoon, you've got a more free attitude. Maybe you don't feel so compelled to go do something.
Yeah. Oh, wow. The surreal has started to kick in.
Yeah.
Hey, we did a thing all weekend long.
Yep.
Yep.
I believe it or not, I'm actually getting the end of con blues.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Joe, we're only like 4 days away from stupid o'clock, so
that's what we call decompression.
Yes, decompression. And I would say with stupid o'clock, anytime you want to have one or both of us on, shoot me an email. We'll be glad to hang out with you guys at any point. We'd love to, but I don't want to crash the party.
Hey, you guys
What's
have
the days on it again?
It's
what, the days of stupid o'clock?
The easiest one for most of you guys that is optimal for life would be the Saturday night show if you don't have anything going on Sundays.
We have a Thursday. We do a Thursday show and we do a Saturday show. I don't know why we go 2 times a week, it like that. But we do.
Okay.
Well,
There's just so much stupid to go around.
Thursday is prime time. Thursday is prime time, and on Saturday, I've got a friend locally that does a live stream show, and just out of respect to him, he's been doing it for a while. Just out of respect for him, I used to work his TV show, so I don't want to. It's a respect thing.
But
it's late. It's like
a show on Saturday, so
yeah, he does.
So you're doing a show on Saturday out of respect to him. I don't know. I don't start my Saturday show at the same time as him. I got what you're saying. All right.
Yeah.
I'm feeling what you're putting down. I got you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, one thing you could do, I noticed that, and this is completely unpredictable. There might be someone who cancels.
Yeah.
And you've got that empty hour, like the cosplay contest.
Yeah.
You know, it canceled. But you can't control it. I know normally physical con, who cares? The room's gonna be empty that hour. But you've got to fill that hour. Maybe have just a couple of things in your back pocket or up your sleeve that you may or may not show, but that you've got that you can play back, like a best of Stupid O'Clock, or something like that. Maybe just have one or two just held in reserve.
Let's look at the world of streaming in general, right? There's an event. Blake knows about this. There's an event that goes on several times a year now, but it used to be only once a year. Called the Awesome Games Done Quick. It was a bunch of speedrunners would get together and they would quickly beat video games. I mean, these were like world record holding, plays through video games. You'd see these masterful just runs of like Super Mario Brothers, but they never even, Mario's feet don't even touch the ground except at the beginning and end of the level. They're just bouncing off of enemies the entire time. It's amazing. They beat these games like games that took us, when we were kids, it'd take us like 10 hours, of multi, leaving the game on when you went to school, came home, played for a couple of hours, and you had to leave it, you couldn't save or anything. It took forever to beat these games, 10 cumulative hours of trying to beat these things, and they're doing it in like 4 minutes, sort of stuff, And they would do these, and as they're doing it, they're raising money for charities, right? And they have a whole bunch of different events. They raise money for like the American Cancer Foundation. They raise money
Doctors Without Borders.
One of the things that they do, because they don't know how fast these guys are going to beat the games. They have estimates. They could go over the estimate. They could go under the estimate. It's always just an estimate, just in case a bunch of people are really super awesome good at the games, and maybe some people break some records. And because that has happened on the shows before. Sometimes they run out of things to do, and they end up having an extra block where they should have something. Well, they have bonus material ready to go.
Yeah, they're hot. It's called for them.
We're running extra.
Yeah, for them it's called hot fix. Yeah,
jump in here. You're running the next game because we've got this space right here that is specifically designed for in case we need you.
Yeah, they have the group of people. Yeah,
right.
Like if they beat it like 15 minutes early, it's like, hey, so and so beats this game in 9 minutes on average. So let's pop him in if it's like a 15-minute fix. Kind of deal.
So they have stuff on. They have stuff on the back burner ready to go just in case. I think in the future, if we do this again, which we're planning on doing it again, if we do this again, we just need to have some stuff ready to go. Maybe it's not our regular guests who are ready to go. Maybe it could be some of us who work behind the scenes who just have something that we can do for 10, 15 minutes to fill in space.
Right.
Or if we
play
lose
the
an entire panel, if we lose an entire panel or something like that, then we're just hey, you had another idea for a panel, get in there,
Right.
Yeah.
I think if you have that lined up ahead of time and just assume we're going to lose at least one or two, it will take the stress off you guys.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right, that's what's in our backup pile. All right, let's have this ready to go. Either you have, someone like TD or I, who we're pretty much around the whole weekend to fill in, or you've got something recorded, maybe a panel from this year. This is the best of HallowCon previous year, best of Stupid O'Clock, and that way, if it doesn't get played, who cares? It's fine. But it's there ready and waiting to go. So I just thought I'd throw that out there, and it'd take some stress off you guys.
Yeah. Are y'all ready for something crazy?
I'm
You
always
mean
ready for something
something
crazy.
else crazy?
Yeah,
Something
something else.
crazy?
Yeah.
Stupid. Can we get something stupid in here?
The cumulative hours
Oh yeah.
that HallowCon ran across all channels,
Okay.
because we streamed Stephanie's panel, 2 panels to her Facebook page. We streamed Spooky Dudes to their page. 272 hours cumulative.
It's a lot of content.
Wow.
Golf clap.
All right.
That's good cross promo too.
And we've got about 5 more minutes left.
Actually, we're gonna go long because I want to get a screen shot of the timer
Hmm.
to
When
send to StreamYard?
when it
No.
hits when it hits
201.
201.
When it rolls over
Mhm.
2 days,
Of course,
1
of
hour.
course, yeah.
And everyone throw up the horns. Be like, we did it. Your timer can't hurt us.
Hey,
There you go.
Yeah.
Actually, if
Somebody
Well, that
last
looked a little bit more like TD was going. Fuck's sake.
What,
I
what'd
was
you
gonna
say,
say, if you
Stephanie?
need
Somebody
TD, if you need a
last night-
satyr, I got a guy.
All right.
Somebody last night suggested that they wanted a resident rocket scientist for Stupid O'Clock.
Oh, yes.
We need a resident rocket scientist.
Well, they need a resident rocket scientist for armchair rocket science.
But
Yeah.
that's a little harder to hit sometimes.
Yeah.
And Spooky
Yeah.
Dude podcast says, I keep all panel content from every single panel I create, so pulling off some of the older stuff as backup and presenting isn't a huge issue. Good idea to have some backups.
Yeah. When
Awesome.
I first started podcasting, the first 10 episodes never aired. And I'm loving the KT horns. And so yeah, anytime I needed something, like if we were gonna go a week or two like vacationing or whatever, it would definitely just throw one in the can live and then let it roll. So that's probably what we need to do. We need to get a couple people together because we got 4, 5, 6 months before we do the next one, and just shoot off some 30-minute panels about just random topics
Do
with
a
the help
reading.
of
Have someone read something.
Yeah.
And Stephanie
Yeah.
was talking about the resident rocket scientist. Yes. Actually, would love to have you in armchair rocket science too.
I want to see what I can do.
All
Cool.
right.
I can't promise I can be there all the time, but I'm going to try and be there more often.
Okay.
Having you there any of the time would be
I know
great.
it'd be
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, the
Wait.
more people we got in the room and we get a conversation rolling, it's just sometimes I'll be honest with you guys, I feel like the Mr. Miyagi of broadcasting because I sort of show these my staff how to do it, and I've sat back and I don't take credit for this. Those guys made the show work, and they didn't even know I was teaching them.
I'm just like, hey, Joe, I'm having to do it myself.
I mean, I want to get that fly in the chopsticks.
Do any of you have a Nook reader?
I don't have a Nook. I have
even
3
make
Kindles.
I have a note.
For some reason, there was a disruption last week,
Mhm.
and they lost service for a while.
Ransomware. Yeah.
And so they come up and they say, you know what, we want to make up for it. And in my email, I get this code that says, here's $5. Spend it on whatever you want at Barnes & Noble and download something from Nook. And I got Rock and Roll. The
Yeah.
Good Fault.
Yay!
Yay!
Thank
It's a
you.
good book.
Yeah.
It's a good book. I've read it. And I saw the first lecture she did a few years ago on it. Awesome book.
Yeah. I just wanted to mention that. It was just a boon at the right time. I'm like, I know where I'm going to spend that.
Actually,
Well, thank you so much.
Stephanie, I don't know if you know
I got
this or
Google
not. but
credit.
Tima, who manages emergency events in Tennessee, actually has a 5-level emergency plan in place. There are four primary levels and a DEF CON.
Good.
The fifth level preparedness is preparing for a New Madrid event. It is the top level emergency event on the Tennessee preparedness plan, and it is literally the peak DEF CON 1 type of situation.
Wow.
The thing of it is, yes, you've got these governmental organizations that are preparing,
Yeah.
but the average person doesn't even know it's there.
No, you're right, they don't, and that's a terrifying thing.
Yeah.
So, my sister at one point, she used to work for Bell South, and she got transferred for a few years down to Memphis, and she basically told me, "Steph, quit talking about it until we move back." 'Cause I'm up on this high rise on the bluff, and she says it scares me to death. So,
All right. 30 seconds.
Ooh,
Yeah.
here you go.
Let's roll it over.
29.
Will we make it?
T-minus 28.
25,
20.
We're all slightly different timers.
Yeah.
15, 13, 12, 11, 10,
9,
9, 8,
7,
7,
6,
6,
5,
5,
4,
4,
3,
3,
2,
2.
1.
One.
We have liftoff.
Yay!
Woo, we did it.
All right. I'm gonna pull a screen grab real quick, everybody.
Yeah.
Why did you start all the way up there?
Your horns.
It started.
Depends on which ones you want. I mean, come on.
I got the horns, baby.
I've got y'all already.
I got confused which finger to.
I know, right?
All right. I'm going to call this one, We Did It.
Yeah, we did.
KT, that helmet reminds me of. Do you remember the movie Adventures in Babysitting?
Yeah, the little girl thought she was sore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could do her as an adult, all grown up with that.
I could pull that off.
There's a movie idea.
I'm just thinking you get the big beard and be just Haggard horrible.
Oh, she has it.
All y'all.
Now you've gone and done it.
Wait a minute.
Now
y'all,
you've gone and done it.
Listen,
I didn't know. I'm sorry.
Don't you know you don't pull the pin out? You don't pull the pin out.
Because you can't put it back in.
You can't. No, you can't. Now you have to count to 5.
I want to say something real quick before I go. Right. This has been a wonderful time. This is a great stream that we did. We did 2 days, 1 hour of somewhat quality content. I'm speaking for everyone else, not myself. The stuff I did was absolute garbage. But no, thank you all for being here. Thank you all for everything that you did. We love you all. And I'm getting out of here. I'm shutting this window down.
All right, Skunk. Good to see
No,
you.
Skunk. No.
What? Why?
The surprise.
We haven't ended the broadcast, and we got to end the broadcast. We're still broadcasting.
Yes.
Are we? What are we?
Yes.
I thought we were done.
No, we're not done. I've got one last thing to play.
I like the beard though.
Please be the horse.
No,
It's yarn.
It's not.
No, it's more important.
It's more important. This weekend was for Nova. Thank you. We miss you, kid.